guys, it's Ruthie and Clay with the Popo Backyard Farm, and I'm outside, and it's actually, we had our first snow yesterday. Clay's inside recuperating. We had a video to post up about that. I had to change that one up a little bit. So I know I promised in the last video I was going to repost it, but anyway, I want to show you how I train my kittens a little bit. I thought you might enjoy this. What I do is, the kittens are allowed in the house. But when I want to feed them, or want them to go outside, I have them eat outside, and then I let them out here for a little bit. Even in the winter you can do this. Usually kittens are born in the summer during kitten season. But what I do is I let them eat outside and give them a chance to go potty, because animals' digestive system is different. And then they kind of learn that they go outside and they, you know, that's where they do their duty. And I do this for a lot of reasons. For me, I had some inside cats in the past, and they always seem to dart out the front door. And I noticed that when I have the cats outside, for me, they don't get hit by a car, because they just, cats usually stick around the property and that's the end of it. I'm not saying that they won't get hit by a car, but they kind of learn, and that's just what they do. And their mother doesn't ever go near the road, so she's still working with them. So that also helps. But that's not a guarantee your cat won't get hit by a car. But I'm just telling you that for the most part, if you want to feed your cats outside, and you don't want to have the litter box in the house, or you just want to make sure that they're not pooping all over when they're kittens, even though they're naturally just about, a kitten will naturally go to the litter box. So if you live in an apartment, you don't really have to worry too much about that. But if you have litter in the house, then they pretty much want to poop and pee in the house. But if you have their food outside, they eat outside, give them some time to do their duty. They do their duty, and then they'll naturally just go to the door, and then they know that, you know, you'll let them in again. That you're not going to leave them out all day. They're scratching on that boy. You better watch that boy. And we do have, they have a scratching chair. Oh, there's a little paper boy here. They have a scratching chair. As you can see, it's the old recliner. So, but, there they are. We're actually keeping 2 cats here for my brother. He's moving into a new place, so I said, keep 2 kittens for you. So we got them for them. So anyway, that's the story on the kittens. So they'll do their little duty, and I guess they're done with the food, so I guess I'll leave them out here a few more minutes, and then I will let them do their scratching out here. Scratch up that. I live in the country, so it doesn't matter. I can have an old recliner to do that, but you might have something better for them to scratch on besides the house. But anyway, I'll leave them out for a few minutes, then I'll bring them in, and you know, pretty much when they start to wander in the house, that's when I pick them up quick and bring them outside too. Just to help you, give you a little tip on potty training if that's something. But it seems to work for us, and I noticed too that, you know, they pretty much stick around the yard, stick around, and that's what they do. So right now we have 5 cats, so sometimes what happens with us too, somebody comes over and says, oh, I like that cat. And sometimes we will let somebody have a cat, and I know it sounds funny, but what happens out here is people dump cats off around the area and stuff, so there's always a cat around here, which is not really good, because if they're feral, you can't come near them. But I know sometimes if I see somebody dropped off a beautiful snowshoe cat, see, she's ready to go in, but she's got to go to do her duty first. But I know that somebody had a snowshoe cat. They're beautiful. They dumped off, and it was actually a pet. It sat on my front porch I saw it a couple times, then it sat on my front porch, and I fed it a little bit, and I thought, well, I said, Clay, can I have her? And he said yes, because she was really pretty. And then the next day, she wouldn't come to me, so she was so scared, but she was such a pet that I've had some that came up and I could actually pat them and everything, but But anyway, the next day somebody hit her with a car. That's why it's bad. People drop off their pets and they don't realize that they might not get hit by a car at your house, but if they're in a strange place, they might. I felt kind of bad about that because I would have been happy to have her. She was beautiful, but but I hate it when that happens. But if I would have took her in and kept her as a pet, somebody probably would have came by and said, "Oh, isn't she beautiful?" And I'd say, "Well, you can have her if you like." And just figured she's here to. I had the joy of having her for a little bit, and then she found somebody that was just absolutely in love with her. But usually I like to keep them. But sometimes, I do have 5 cats, so. But that's just me. I'm turning into a cat lady probably. But I like having the cats because we live on a farm, and that way you don't have to worry about mice or animals. Because we actually had wildcats trying to get our chickens. It was a big problem. But when we got our own cats, I don't see any wildcats here. So, except if one of my females can eat, then I have to kind of watch her and keep her in. So, they still have their meow at night around the house, but it's a little annoying, but what are you going to do? But that's why you've got the vet. That's, you fix your cats and that too. So anyway, I'll see you guys later. Hope this was enjoyable and fun for you. God bless.